Hello. Welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast because we do more than one podcast on this channel anyway. I got nothing going on, but I'm sober for once, so I should probably talk to you guys. So for those of you who have watched the other, whatever, was it 6 vids? Well, we're going to continue doing what we do. Let's talk about the new way to make money. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but apparently if you're black anyway and kill a white kid, if you're a black kid and kill a white kid, you're allowed to start a GoFundMe and make a bunch of money, which is, I find, just very weird. But then when you had Kyle Rittenhouse actually, defending himself, like a cut and dry self-defense case, he wasn't allowed to have a GoFundMe, which made no sense. So the black murderer gets all the, because there's more than one GoFundMe. There's different websites where you're allowed to, if you're on one side of the aisle, to get as much money as you want, and then if you're on the other side of the aisle, they kick you off and say, "Oh no, we can't do this because it goes, it's like political." For some reason, if you wanted to donate to Kyle Rittenhouse, it was political. But if you want to donate to the murderer, it's normal. It makes no sense. Anyway, but I really think that it's going to start a trend where it's just going to be a bunch of teens, mostly black, killing people because they think they're going to get a GoFundMe and improve their lifestyle, and they're going to get a campaign to claim they're innocent, which makes no sense. I don't understand America at all, apparently. Like, this country makes no sense, and it's the media's fault. It really is. Like, I don't get it. Like, and I'm being serious. Like, I should probably close the door because it's so loud. Hold on. The one thing wetbacks do really well is make a lot of noise, rape a lot of women, and fit 23 people in their garage. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, what's going on X? Oh, did you guys hear about the Superman plot leak where James Gunn? First of all, James Gunn is probably the worst person to make a Superman movie, and I'll tell you why. Look at the other superhero movies he's written. I mean, like, been a part of the writing or directed. They're kind of a joke. Superman isn't a joke. Superman written well is really good. And I'm not a expert on comics because when God, around, like, it was around like 2014 where just everything started being woke. And here's the thing, it wasn't called woke, but back then I'm like, I don't like this, and it's it's putting the message over the story, and so I kind of stopped with all media around 2014. So I was anti woke before this thing even became like a thing. And basically what I'm trying to say is I'm smart and I'm ahead of the times, and catch up to me. That sounded weird, but anyway. So I just don't see James Gunn being able to make super, because the problem with Superman, he's like, invincible, and like he can sneeze and blow away a galaxy. It's like bullshit like that. So I just can't picture James Gunn doing it right. And I don't know. If you look at like Infinity War was probably the best Marvel movie. In terms of like its sense of bigness, I guess. I don't know if that's a proper word, but all the like all the Guardians of the Galaxy characters came off as jokes in that movie, and it's supposed to be serious. Like the world's gonna end. Now, if you read comics, there's always levity in comics. That's why the MCU has those dumb jokes, but they overdo it, and it's not. They don't do it right. Basically, first of all, you should never kill any character in a comic book movie, including the bad guys. You should never kill anyone. And you're like, well, where's the sense of, urgency? Obviously, that's why you have the people in the red suits. They die. You know what I'm saying? They die, for sure. But you don't kill heroes, for sure. You never kill the hero. If it's a comic book movie, you never kill the hero. And the reason why you don't kill the bad guy is because, well, they don't kill him in the comics because you have the same bad guy that's been there for 40 years. You capture him, you arrest him, whatever. You put him away, and then you restart the story. So he reappears, or she, whatever. It doesn't matter. The bad guy reappears 5 years later in the comics. Like, so you're telling me, because like Spider-Man, for example, he's beat the Goblin 1,000,000 times, but yet the Goblin is still one of his main adversaries. Because if you took him away, if you killed him, you would lose thousands of stories. So, and then also, if it's a movie, you have to realize that who's watching a comic book movie? It's kids, and the parents come because the kid's there. So why are you gonna kill a kid's hero? And the bad guys too. Like the bad guys are some of the best characters. So some people are rooting for the bad guys. Like, why would you kill this person? Because you remember, kids are watching this too. So that's one of the things I didn't like about the Batman movies, the Christopher Nolan ones, where he's killing people. I'm like, what are you doing? You can't use him for the next movie. But anyway, just looking at X. Oh, this is funny. Women expire after 30. Oh, really? Wait, Women expire after 30. Oh, really? On the left is 24-year-old me. On the right is me now, less than a month till I turn 42. Okay. So this is her at 24. So she probably expired at 16. The way she looks. She literally expired at 16. Okay. Now, she looks the same at 42, but that's not a good thing. Whew. So, spoiled milk is still spoiled milk 2 weeks later. It doesn't get better. It can stay the same. It don't get better. You are ugly. Okay? If you had a better personality, this wouldn't matter. Okay? So if she was like, women expire, I'm not going to help her. She's ugly. Let's move on. Jesus fucking Christ. She's ugly. Oh, let's see this. Hold on. Can we get this big? That's what she said. Oh, I don't have sound? I do have sound. It's just no sound playing. Yeah, it's just a migrant walking around bumping people. Look at Oh Wait, you see, I wonder, like, if he
Looking
did
for
that in
1 punch.
America, what would happen? Like, because if this was the 3rd Street Promenade, and there was a guy doing that, I really think he would get his ass beat. See, if he did that to me, actually, I would actually physically attack him. Seriously, I actually would. So I don't know if this is fake, but this is supposedly in Germany. It's like a migrant walking around and just pushing people. But if this happened at the 3rd Street Promenade, that guy would get his ass beat. I'm positive. I mean, because I know and it's not I'm talking trash. I mean, if I'm walking, and if a migrant, if a illegal, because like you can tell the migrants apart from. It's really easy to spot a migrant. So if a migrant did that to me, I would unleash hell because first of all, he or she is not a citizen, so I know they don't have the same rights. So me beating up a migrant, I'm like, well, you beat up an illegal alien. I picture the courts not really caring and deporting this person. I just don't see how that flies. But what's this? 3 phases of Muslim integration. Phase 1. Few in number, oppress Islam. Play the victim, claim Islamophobia, more tolerant of others. Phase 2. Large minority, indignant Islam, threatening, demand Sharia law, intolerant infidels. Phase 3. Clear majority, dominant Islam, militant, strict Sharia law, kill, subdue all infidels. For 1400 years, this pattern hasn't changed. Moderates are irrelevant. What I don't understand about Muslim immigration, if your life is based on that, you should stay where those people are. Like, you can't bring in a whole new religion to a place where that religion doesn't fit. But the flip of that is they hate women, they disrespect women, and I like that. I'm not even being funny. I love that these Muslims go into these Christian countries and treat the women like shit, because the women are the ones that voted for this to happen, and they get what they deserve. Now you're like, well, hey, but you live in the place too. Well, I don't go outside, but I get it. I don't go outside. Society is getting worse, and I should probably be on the side of keep them all out. Here's the problem. I don't want anyone here. But guess what? I don't have the power. Apparently your vote doesn't matter. Like, you saw it happen in 2020. Like, Trump won the 2020 election. There's proof of the bullshit. And, we let it slide. And when I say we, I mean the government or who's ever really in control. Okay? So kind of it doesn't even matter what I want. But the point is, I love the fact that you see these countries and you see a before picture of women protesting, let them in. And now they're protesting, kick them out. Gotta love women. And I love that they're suffering. I love it. Let them suffer. And see, in like now we're getting more of this. But guess what? It's too late. You, the blonde white woman, voted for this and let them in. Okay, how come other countries, like, you don't see just think of a Muslim country, they have closed borders, they don't let other people in. You know why? Because they don't want to mess up their shit. Imagine if a bunch of like Christians moved to a Muslim country and they're like I don't know, Sharia law, so the opposite of Sharia law, like, like bikini law. And then those men treat their women the way they treat European women. It would be a massacre. Okay? So you see how silly it is. It's like one side is weak, the Christian side is weak as fuck. And they're just getting walked over. And the whole point is Muslims, the Muslim religion, because remember, Christians and Muslims used to be the same religion. It was two tribes. It was a nomadic tribe. One went left. They split in half. One went left. One went right. And the religion morphed into Muslim and Christianity. It's that simple. And The Muslim part is kicking the ass of the Christian part because they're known as Muslims are invading Christian countries. Christians aren't invading Muslim countries. It's a war that's been going on forever. I see it. What's this? Russian cops having none of the. Wait, what? What's going on with this? Wait, what? What the fuck? Wait, what? 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 What is this? Oh, wait. Because it's illegal to be a fag over there in Russia. Yeah, that's another thing in these countries, like Russia and China, countries that could literally wipe America off the planet. They have men there, so when you do this, yeah, you do get arrested, and it makes sense. Imagine if America was like a country where it's like, men are men, women are women. Only a man and a woman can get married, have kids, blah, 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 blah. This country would be so much better. And so they see why America sucks. Like the parts of America that suck. It's a great place, but there's a lot of things about America that suck. But that's with every country. But the main reason why America sucks is shit like this. You got fags. You got to get rid of them. I mean, you got to get rid of a lot of bullshit. But yeah, I get it. Anything else that I have on here that's interesting? He died. There's a bunch of shit on my feed. Okay, there's nothing. Okay. Notifications. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, so I was talking about how to make money, and that was you got to kill a white kid. If you're black, stab a white kid, and you can sort of GoFundMe. Let's see how much money he has made. I know I started this talking about something, and then I got sidetracked. But let's see how much money he made. Can I do that? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. Carmelo Anthony, right? Ooh, can't spell. Yeah. And I feel bad. Actually, I don't. But like the basketball player, Carmelo Anthony, is probably pissed that he's probably pissed. Okay. Go Carmelo Anthony GoFundMe. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. GoFundMe page. There you go. Here we go. Carmelo Anthony GoFundMe page. Let's find this page. Give, send, go. Okay. Goal 600,000. Raised 5. What? This keeps getting higher and higher. So was it because it wasn't? Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Support the Anthony family. Help. What the fuck? Are you serious? This guy killed someone. Support the Anthony family. We are grateful for your support during this incredibly difficult time for Carmelo Anthony and his family. This fundraiser has been established to provide comprehensive assistance to the Anthony family as they navigate the many challenges of surrounding Carmelo's. Dude, are you fucking serious? This is insane. Purpose of the fund updates. Support the Anthony family. We are grateful for your support during this incredible difficult time. Blah, blah, blah. Purpose of the fund. Blah, blah, blah. We ask for your continued prayer, support, and solidarity. Your contribution not only helps protect and stabilize the family, but also serves as a powerful message of community care and Resistance in the face of injustice. You killed a person. How is this injustice? You killed someone. There's a prayer button. Click the pray button to let the campaign owner know that you're praying for them. What the? I bet it costs $5 to pray. What the fuck, dude? Are you serious about this? This is stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so stupid. And Kyle Rittenhouse was not allowed to have one. Really? That is so weird. Okay, let's see if Kyle Rittenhouse has a GoFundMe. Kyle Rittenhouse GoFundMe page. GoFundMe initially removed fundraising efforts for Kyle Rittenhouse legal defense due to its policy against raising money for alleged violent crimes. Wait a moment. GoFundMe initially removed fundraising efforts for Kyle Rittenhouse legal defense due to its policy against raising money for alleged violent crimes. However, GoFundMe subsequently, oh god. I drank a bottle of vodka. So the fact that I can read anything is amazing. So I apologize for saying that wrong, and I'm not gonna even try again. Allowed such fundraisers after Rittenhouse was acquitted. So his GoFundMe was allowed after he was acquitted. They have since revised their policy to allow fundraisers for legal defense and other expenses if the individual has been acquitted. Wait a moment. Okay, so if you've been acquitted, you can have a GoFundMe. That makes no sense. Then why does Carmelo Anthony get a GoFundMe? Because he hasn't been acquitted and he committed murder. Oh my god. I don't understand this. GoFundMe now allows fundraisers for Rittenhouse's legal defense and other expenses as he has been acquitted of the charges. But he doesn't need it now. Okay. What the fuck? This makes no sense. So why did... Did you understand why this is weird? Weird. Are you fucking kidding me? That is so weird. Well, no, it's not weird because, like, we know what's going on. Lily Allen apologizes to Katy Perry over misogynistic comments after space trip. Are you kidding me? Dude, Katy Perry's a fucking dumbass. Dude, Lily Allen has an OnlyFans. Who cares? Who cares? Lily Allen has an OnlyFans account. Who cares? Like, well, you probably can't say OnlyFans. The censorship blows my mind. There you go. Lily Allen has an OF account. Who cares? Yeah, like it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Lily Allen has an OnlyFans account. Why do I care what she has to say? And Katy Perry's a joke anyway. Katy Perry's a post-wall woman. She's over the age of 25, looks like she is. I mean, it's cringe as fuck. Sorry, I'm laughing at ugly women. Anyway, let's get that out of here. Anyway, dude, I can't get over that they have this policy. I mean, if this is their current GoFundMe policy, wait, what is their right now GoFundMe's policy? What is GoFundMe's current policy? GoFundMe current policy includes the GoFundMe giving guarantee protection, donors full refund if something isn't right. They also have why am I even trying? It's very political. The reason why Kyle Rittenhouse can have a GoFundMe now is because of who the self defense was against. Okay, and so the trial made it really worse because the trial showed how stupid this whole thing was. And so once again, I'm the type of person, like, I don't think your life is worth less or more based on who you are. Okay, but in a self-defense case, everyone's life is forfeit. It's just how it is. Okay, now it just happens that the people who were attacking him, one happened to be a convicted child molester. They just happened to be, and then one happened to be, the other one was. And once again, because you have a criminal past doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't make you less value as a human being. But I'm just saying the three people involved in this who attacked him had a despicable, I don't know what word to use, past. So I'm just going to assume that the person with that kind of past probably doesn't have good intentions when they get arrested for something. And I know it's always, innocent until proven guilty, but you have to have in the back of your mind, okay, well, this person's been arrested 6 times already. So there might be something going on. But, is what it is. And then I don't care about the race because, like, when I look in the mirror, I mean, all jokes aside, I just see a good-looking person. So, and I see an American citizen. And so when people try to put things through the lens of race, when it comes to, murder, that's just stupid. It doesn't matter if Carmelo Anthony was black or white. He killed a kid because the kid grabbed his backpack, or it doesn't matter, pushed him. Like, if someone pushes you and you're not backed in an alley, you're outside on the bleachers, and you are given the option to go back to the visitor bleachers where you're supposed to be, and you take the option of killing someone, there's a problem. There's a big problem with that. And it shows you that if people support the killer, they're part of the problem too. And if I was in charge, I would take all the people who donated to Carmelo Anthony's case, and I would actually remove those people from society. Now, I'm not saying what I mean by remove, because this is YouTube. And this is a unlisted 199 podcast. Because the unlisted podcasts are pretty vile to a leftist. And so, and they report. So this is the most toned down thing I can do. That's why it's public. But yeah, like I would remove all those people who donated to Carmelo Anthony. I would remove them from society. I would remove from society anyone who is happy Carmelo Anthony did what he did, supports Carmelo Anthony, just anything. Just I would remove, once again, remove them from society, because you're not making it any better. And unfortunately, I have to live with you people. So, who I vote for, who I support financially, the things I do that contribute, I only contribute or support things or vote for things that are going to help society in general, because I have to live in it. Okay? That's why I don't have a party. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm not anything. I am whoever is going to make basic life better. And the Carmelo Anthony thing, no, that is making life harder. And remember when the Kyle Rittenhouse trial happened, and for those of you who have been listening to me, I covered that trial, and I said from day one he's going to be innocent. And you're like, but you're not a legal expert. Yeah, but I've been doing this for a while. Kyle Rittenhouse was not on trial. Self-defense was on trial. Your right to carry arms was on trial. Our freedom was on trial. It was bigger than Kyle Rittenhouse, but you guys are too, not you, but you're too small-minded if you think it was anything else. The case fell apart in front of us on live TV. There was no chance he was going to be called guilty. And here's the thing. I hope they don't do this, but if they televise this case, oh Lord. Guilty. I mean, he's guilty for sure. Now, unless someone is quote unquote smart enough when they're doing the jury questioning whatever, and just lie so they can be on the jury to say he's innocent, that's the only way he's going to be found innocent or a mistrial, is if someone on gets on the jury and it's like an activist juror, which is totally possible. I've seen it happen. That's happened too. And so that's why they're doing this media campaign. That's why the lawyer for the Carmelo Anthony family is going, well, it was raining. It's the school's fault for even allowing him to track me. Like, what? Excuse me? Baking powder? What? No. It was raining. So, niggers can kill when it's raining. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Exactly. Carmelo Anthony, if you want to know what real racism is, it's not my podcast. I know. Every podcast I've done, I've said something racist. But it's not racist. You know why? Because I don't influence anyone. No one gives a fuck what I gotta say. That's why I'm allowed to say what I say. The only time I've had shit taken down off of my channel was because of COVID. And that's just because it was automatically flagged. Like, I would literally read what the CDC said and get like a community strike. They just did not want you to talk about it. And so then what happened? You use code words. So you end up talking about it more because you're not allowed to talk about it because you spend so much energy using code words. So for every COVID video they took down, I put up 4 more. I just changed the word COVID to something else. That's why censorship doesn't even work. Because I can just go, for now on, when I say this word, it really means that word. I mean, English is like that, so it's not that hard. How many channels did that? So but once again, it's just because who was in charge of YouTube at that time? A shit human being was in charge of YouTube. A shit human being, a disgusting, vile human being was in charge of YouTube. And she put her political views and what she deemed important ahead of the company. That's why YouTube was going down the drain, and that's why she left. And you're wondering why, well, how come a millionaire like her had a drug addict son that killed himself? Well, because she's not a good person. She was evil. When you look at pictures of her, well, I'm pretty sure she's dead now, but she looked like a demon. Because she probably was a demon. There's a lot of evil in this world. And sometimes those evil people get in positions of power. Sometimes those evil people stab a high schooler in the heart and then sort of GoFundMe and get buku bucks. Carmelo Anthony is evil. Another example of Satan just doing his thing. Who the hell gets to kill a person and then get rich off of it? Well, apparently he does. He probably sold his soul to someone. It's just how it is. And you have to avoid these people. If you think, just follow your gut. If you look at someone and you're like, okay, and I don't care what you base it on. It could be race, it could be height, it could be gender. It doesn't matter. Avoid that person. Okay? You got to put what you value first. You do that, you'll probably live a much better life than the average person. Do for you. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is supposed to be an unlisted podcast. I'm supposed to keep these short. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good one. Peace.